All right, guys, welcome back in to Spenceville Sports. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me on a Wednesday night going into Thursday, April 16th, mid-April, a hotbed for recruiting as spring ball is really in full swing to slash spring ball at a lot of places are wrapping up, honestly. We got a pretty solid defensive lineman that I think could even be a four-star player, 285, 6'2", Sione Felila, and he is a Southern Cal kid. Believe he's from Southern Cal. High school football player, very, very good high school football program out here. And Todd Bates, Michael Chavis, and also, of course, Brent Venables of Oklahoma, they are now favored to land this commit. And what's really interesting about this Jim Nagy and the general manager for Oklahoma is this is a pretty national class. Right now, they're the number one high school class. They have a lot of commits, including Seneca Drivers, a really good tight end prospect. They have some solid defensive linemen. Watching on the tape, and I've been talking a lot over the tape, so you see here Sione, he has an ability of reach. He plays with aggressiveness, which is what you have to play with inside. He's really, really twitched up inside, okay? Has a strong lower body, strong legs, and look at him. He's able to bounce off of these defenders. Could even continue to grow. And he's just really strong, physical, flies off of the football, which is what I look for in a defensive tackle is, obviously how can they spring with their lower half when the ball is snapped. And you look at this drive that he shows back towards the quarterback. This is awesome. He pancakes this offensive guard, and he has a super high upside. Super high upside. Oh, right here we're outside. He can even play. He has versatility to even play as a 5 technique. But right now I see him as a 3 in between the guard and the tackle. He's a 4-3 twitched up defensive tackle. He's not big enough to be a nose tackle, a 0. He's a really, really good 3 technique player that could even slide outside if you need him if you need him on the edge. And there he seals, I believe he's right here, 41 or 11, seals and finishes on the edge. So he seals the edge as well. I'm very, very impressed. Plays violently inside, strong lower half, twitched up, just doesn't have the measurables that a lot of these defensive tackles have. A lot of the guys that the NFL guys are going to look at are guys with the highest ceiling are long-armed defensive tackles that are around 6'4", 6'5". That their long arms can help them out. They might even weigh like 320 pounds. One thing I will say is that you want to have quicker linebackers, and I think Sione is really a pass-rushing uphill sort of defensive lineman where some guys are just made to be run-plugging defensive tackles where I think that Venables wants to twist a ton, twist and stunt instead of just wall. Because one thing is that since he's 6'2", 285, a 3-star, I believe he can even be a 4-star and very, very effective in the scheme. And there's a lot of players on, just those Pac-12 teams that had these types of defensive linemen before that I think about. But a lot of some teams in the SEC just want big guys to just stop the run and take on blocks. But I think he's going to play aggressively, and I think he's going to use finesse to wiggle through and go upfield. Venables is always thinking upfield. All right, so here we are on the edge. Man, that's sweet. See how he cuts through that double. Finishes plays. So twitched up, real speedy. I think potential to even get better. I see a ton of potential and upside. So I like this commit. I really do. For Oklahoma, I'm really excited to see how Sione Felila is going to hold up in SEC play. I think he's flexible and twitchy and a little undersized, but I mean, this is a good fit for Venables, and I think that this guy has a lot of talent and a really fun football player to watch.